I'm going to glaze or seal the charms I made in my last video. I only tested two brands. The first one is this Focus brand acrylic gloss. I only bought this on our local online store. There are three types of it, so I made three charms. I attached them together in one foam charm so I could test them all at the same time. I will put the glossy one on the top charm. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm really not a fan of using glazes or sealants, even back when I was using air dry clay, because I feel they don't really protect my work. Instead, they make it look worse by changing the texture, and they often trap dust that gets stuck permanently. Charms get dirty really fast when used as a foam charm, and since I don't want to use UV resin anymore because it's toxic, I'm now searching and testing for a possible alternative. If you ask me, I still prefer unglazed charms, but the thing is, the people who will use the charms aren't artists. They won't have the patience to clean them with toothpaste every time they get dirty. So what I really want to find is a sealant that's anti-dust, doesn't really get dirty easily, and easy to clean if ever it does, and of course, doesn't peel or scratch easily. Now I'm using the matte version of the Focus brand on the middle and the bottom charm. This one is from a clay seller, but it's actually just polyurethane that's been repacked. I'm going to use the matte first on the top charm. I'll apply thin coats of this and then another coat after 3 hours. I used the glossy one on the bottom charm and now I'm applying the second coat. I'll also apply 2 coats on the first 3 charms. I can feel that the matte version is still a bit tacky, but I already dried the first layer for 3 hours, so I think I can already apply the second coat. It says outer seal, so I thought maybe it's better than the other 2 sealants. I'm going to apply this on the third charm. Okay, so now I'm going to try the charm with polyurethane varnish first. I'll use it for 2 weeks as a foam charm. This is what it looked like after 2 weeks of use. As you can see, the matte one is very dirty, and you can clearly see that the varnish has peeled off. The finishes of this are great, very smooth, and no visible brush strokes. I think if you plan on using varnishes, it's better to buy only the glossy one. It prevents stickiness and collects less dust, maybe because the dirt just slides off. If you prefer matte, it's probably better to leave it unglazed or unsealed. The glossy one is good, but I can still see a few peeled parts of the sealant. I think it's better to apply around 3 coats to make it more durable, and if your sealant is runny, I think the dipping method would work better. It's easier and it gives a more even coating. Polyurethane is already good. Just choose the glossy one and apply at least 3 coats if you plan to use it as a foam charm. I'm using my secret cleaning paste so I can store it in my junk container where I put all my failed charms. Now it's time to use the 3 charms coated with Focus acrylic gloss. The glossy one on the top is so smooth, but the brush strokes are very visible. The matte glaze and outer seal are still a bit tacky even after drying them for a few weeks. When I used the Focus brand, I immediately knew that I had to make another test for the glossy one, but this time I'll try the dipping method so it won't have brush strokes. The Focus brand is really thick. I didn't expect that. Maybe next time I'll try diluting it with water so it's not too thick and see if the glaze quality stays the same. Or maybe I'll try using a different brush. So this is what the charms look like after almost 2 weeks of use. The 2 of the at the bottom are very dirty, and like the matte polyurethane, the glaze has peeled off. I'm actually really amazed by the glossy Focus one because it didn't peel, unlike the Polyurethane, and it's super easy to clean. Honestly, I think this might be even better than UV resin. The only thing I'm not sure about is if it can be soaked in water, but I'm sure it's water resistant. So this is the result of the dipping method using the Glossy Focus brand. As you can see, it's a bit yellowish, not because it turned yellow over time, but because it dries yellowish when applied thickly. It's not noticeable though if you don't compare it to other charm. I really love this one because I've been using it for almost a week now and there are no scratches, no dust, no dirt, and no grease from pollution. It's so good. So I'll try to see if I can dilute it or use a different brush so the brush strokes won't be visible. This will definitely be my alternative to UV resin. It's honestly surprising that it seems even better and it's non-toxic too.